One ticket, one moment, and suddenly, you're a billionaire overnight. The man who won $2 billion and vanished from the spotlight? A Florida woman who hit the jackpot twice, only to lose everything. And the nurse who shared a $700 million win with her entire team. These are the biggest lottery jackpot winners in U.S. history.
Richard Wall, $533 million. Can you imagine a quick stop at a store changing your life forever? As wild as it sounds, that's exactly what happened to a food company manager in New Jersey when he bought a Mega Millions ticket. That night, fate intervened, and Richard Wall found himself holding a winning ticket worth $533 million, catapulting him from food service worker to millionaire overnight. Choosing the lump sum, he took home $324 million after taxes. In interviews, he shared his dream of restoring a classic 1963 Corvette. Soon after, he made a bold move to Florida, spotting an enticing investment opportunity. Just a year after his monumental win, he snagged a beachfront resort at auction for $13.6 million. This 239-room hotel in Daytona Beach had been closed since 2016 due to hurricane damage, but Wall had grand visions for it. But then disaster struck. Daytona Beach officials demanded he replaces the aging seawall, bringing his renovation plans to a halt. By September 2023, the building was deemed unsafe, marked with a glaring red sign that read, "This structure is unsafe, and its use or occupancy has been prohibited." Just like that, Wall vanished from the spotlight, leaving everyone wondering what happened to the lottery winner who once had it all. Nancy Viola, $169 million. In 2016, a homemaker's life changed forever when her husband decided to spend an extra buck on a lottery ticket. Who could have imagined that a simple $1 slip would lead to an incredible $169 million Mega Millions jackpot? When the numbers were drawn, Nancy and Vito Viola found themselves with $65 million after taxes. Instead of going on a spending spree, they made a surprising choice. They established the Orbity Fund to manage their wealth responsibly. What would you do with such a windfall? Rather than flaunting their riches, the Violas chose to live quietly, avoiding major public purchases. Today, Vito is retired from the NYPD, and the couple continues to showcase that true wealth lies not just in money, but in wisdom and humility. Their story is a powerful reminder that how you handle fortune matters just as much as the fortune itself. 11 finance company employees win $500 million. In 2018, a group of 11 co-workers from an undisclosed finance company in San Jose, California, decided to take a chance on a mere $2 lottery ticket. Little did they know that this small investment would catapult them into a staggering $500 million jackpot. On a whim, they purchased the winning ticket for the July 24th draw, and what happened next was nothing short of miraculous. Roland Reyes, who claimed the prize on behalf of the group, couldn't contain his disbelief. "We're just normal people who decided to try our luck together," he marveled, as the reality of their incredible fortune sank in. Each of the 11 colleagues walked away with a jaw-dropping $29 million before taxes, a life-altering sum that opened up a world of possibilities. The group, whose ages ranged from 21 to 60, each had unique dreams fueled by their newfound wealth. From paying off mortgages and funding their children's education to helping family members going back to school and embarking on dream vacations, their plans were as diverse as their backgrounds. Yet, in the face of this monumental change, their loyalty remained unshakable. "We want to keep our jobs. We love that company," they declared, choosing to continue working at Wells Fargo for the time being. This remarkable bond of camaraderie and commitment illustrates that even in the wake of unimaginable fortune, true friendships and values endure. Patricia and Joe, $353 million. In August 2017, an ordinary dinner trip at Nick's Barbecue in Palos Heights, Illinois, took a dramatic turn for a couple when they purchased a Mega Millions ticket that would win an incredible $393 million. the largest lottery prize in Illinois history. The next morning, as Patricia tuned into the radio, her heart raced upon hearing the announcement of a winning ticket sold nearby. In disbelief, she checked their numbers and discovered they matched perfectly. After a whirlwind week of excitement and consultations with financial experts, the couple planned to share their good luck with family and support meaningful charitable causes. Today, Patricia and Joe Busking lead a balanced life, focusing on family and community while using their wealth to make a difference. They enjoy their fortune, all while maintaining a low profile and managing their money responsibly. Ronald Willis, $120 million. A sanitation worker became a household name in September 2012 after snatching a jaw-dropping $120 million Mega Millions jackpot. He wasn't your typical lottery enthusiast. This hard-working dad of 4 from Riverside, California, bought a ticket on a whim using his lucky numbers, which included significant birthdays. When the moment of truth arrived, disbelief washed over him. "Wow, this is really happening," he exclaimed, as if he were in a scene straight out of a movie. After taxes, he took home about $70 million, a life-changing sum that transformed everything in an instant. Now, Ronald Willis lives a private life in Riverside, focusing on family and raising his kids. With his newfound fortune, he has made smart choices to secure their future while avoiding the spotlight. His story serves as a powerful reminder that true wealth isn't just about money, it's about prioritizing what truly matters. Shane Missler, $451 million. A 20-year-old grabbed the 4th largest Mega Millions jackpot in history, $451 million, in January 2018. He bought his winning ticket at a 7-Eleven in Port Richey, Florida, taking home about $282 million after taxes. Before this wild ride, Shane was a recent college grad juggling multiple jobs, including a background check specialist. But then, bam! His life flipped upside down. Instead of splurging as many winners do, Shane focused on making smart moves with his newfound fortune, aiming to pay off debts, help his family, and secure his future. He even enrolled in personal finance courses. Talk about being proactive. These days, Shane isn't making headlines, but his social media tells a different story. He's jet-setting around the globe, scoring front-row seats at boxing and UFC events, and catching basketball games. Whether he's partying with friends or enjoying his windfall, Shane has mastered the art of being a lottery winner. What would you do if you won the Mega Millions? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and subscribe for more incredible stories about luck and life changes. Thanks for watching. Number 6, Robert Bailey.
He's $350 million richer.
What if holding on to your dreams for years could lead to a fortune that flips your life upside down? For Robert Bailey, a 67-year-old retired government worker from Manhattan, that dream turned wild. After sticking to a set of Powerball numbers for 25 years, luck finally came one October day, showering him with an incredible $343 million. "I've played these numbers for 25 years," Robert announced at a press conference at Resorts World Casino in New York City, his eyes wide with disbelief. Can you feel the thrill he must have felt? When it was time to cash in, he chose the lump sum option, walking away with a stunning $125.3 million after taxes.
Well, I believe in God. You know, all the power came from Him. But these numbers were chosen from a family member that I asked to give me 6 numbers. And I picked them out. They gave me 8, 12, 19, 27, and 40. So the first 5 numbers on the Powerball, so I changed the 40 to a 4.
How does an everyday guy become a multi-millionaire overnight? Robert's story is more than just luck. It's about staying true in a flashy world. "I still want to be me," he said, determined not to let money change him. While he hinted at buying a home for his mother and making smart investments, Robert kept his future plans a mystery. What twists lie ahead for him? In a world where money can be a blessing or a curse, Robert must navigate his path. Will he come out on top, or will unexpected turns lead him astray? Number 5. Mavis L. Wansik.
Today, as I'm driving here, I'm still like, oh, this isn't true. This can't be. And then now it's like, I am a winner.
In a world where dreams feel far away, Mavis L. Wansik's story shows how luck can change everything. In 2017, this ordinary lottery player from Massachusetts won an unbelievable $758 million. Imagine the rush when her heart raced, knowing her life was about to flip upside down. The odds of winning? A wild one in 292.2 million. Suddenly, Mavis was the envy of everyone. But winning big came with some shocking surprises. A huge tax bill meant only a tiny slice of her fortune would actually land in her pocket. Around a quarter disappeared to taxes. How could such a massive win shrink down to just numbers? In a bold move, Mavis revealed her identity, putting her in the spotlight. Friends and family suddenly popped up with their own ideas about how she should spend her money. Was this brave choice clever or a big mistake? She went for a lump sum of $480.5 million instead of smaller payments. After taxes, she would end up with about $336 million. Mavis's wild journey is a powerful reminder that great luck brings not only chances, but also unexpected twists. Number 4. John and Lisa Robinson.
I wrote the numbers down and I got to looking and I saw it and I was like, looked again, they're the same, looked again, and the third time I went running down the hallway, John, you gotta check these numbers. And I startled him because he was asleep on the couch.
Powerball has a way of turning dreams into reality, and sometimes into nightmares. It all started on January 11th, 2016, when the jackpot jumped to an eye-popping $1 billion. After no one won just days before, Powerball cranked it up to a staggering $1.586 billion. Could anyone actually handle that kind of money? On January 13th, 2016, 3 lucky players hit the jackpot. Marvin and Maya Acosta from California, John and Lisa Robinson from Munford, and Maureen Smith and David CID from Melbourne Beach. The Robinsons took home $327.2 million before taxes, but claimed they'd stick with their comfy home at first. Fast forward 2 years, and they were living large in a breathtaking $6.2 million mansion with incredible views of Tennessee. Isn't it wild how fast dreams can change? Maureen and David treated themselves to a $90,000 Tesla, but still live in their $300,000 Florida home, while the Acostas, the quietest winners, kept their plans under wraps for months before announcing a charity. This move attracted scammers trying to cash in. Can you believe people would sink that low? Their story shows that hitting the jackpot can bring excitement and a whole lot of trouble. Number 3. Gloria McKenzie. What if one ticket could change everything? For Gloria McKenzie, that moment came in 2013, turning her quiet life into a wild lottery dream. After losing her husband, Ralph, Gloria wanted a fresh start in sunny Florida, not knowing fate had something huge waiting for her. Here's the twist. Gloria connected with another winner, Shane Mistler, both leaving Maine behind for their shot at luck. The Powerball jackpot had skyrocketed to $590 million, and the odds were mind-blowing, 1 in 292 million. But against all odds, Gloria's ticket hit the jackpot after a kind stranger let her cut in line. With the winning ticket in her hands, Gloria chose a lump sum of $370 million. After taxes, she ended up with $77.59 million. What would she do with all that cash? Gloria decided to invest millions in her foundation to help gifted kids. But wait, there's more. She traded her small home for a fancy mansion and hinted at possibly sharing half her winnings with her son, Scott. Was it a sweet gesture or something deeper? Gloria's story shows how life can throw unexpected twists our way. Number 2. Manuel Franco.
And without further ado, the big Powerball jackpot winner, Manuel Franco.
At just 18, Manuel Franco took a chance on the lottery, not knowing it would flip his life upside down. Fast forward 6 years, and this curious teen became a 24-year-old who won a mind-blowing $768 million. What did he feel suddenly holding that much cash? It all started on March 27, 2019, when Manuel swung by the New Berlin Speedway. He spent $10 on Powerball tickets, feeling a spark of luck as he bought them. How could a quick stop lead to such a crazy twist of fate? Then, the unbelievable happened. The winning numbers matched his tickets perfectly. It felt unreal. My heart was racing, he said, excitement pouring out of him. But with great luck came tough choices. Manuel chose a lump sum, pocketing about $326 million after taxes. Even with all that cash, he wanted to keep life simple. Becoming the youngest person to win over $100 million, he made smart investments and donated $2 million to the Wisconsin Children's Hospital in honor of his mother. Isn't it incredible to see someone use their fortune to help others? Number 1. Edwin Castro.
Well, we finally know who won last November's record $2 billion Powerball lottery. His name is Edwin Castro. Lottery officials say Castro didn't want to come forward to keep his privacy.
Edwin Castro's life changed in a heartbeat. One minute, he was fixing cars, and the next, he had a lottery ticket worth a jaw-dropping $2 billion from the California Powerball. What would suddenly becoming a billionaire feel like? He took the lump sum and walked away with an incredible $997.2 million. His new $25.5 million home is pure luxury, with 13,570 square feet of everything you could dream of. An outdoor kitchen in the backyard, a gym that turns heads, and an infinity pool with breathtaking views. He also splurged on fast cars and fancy art, but here's the twist. Edwin wants to stay out of the spotlight. Why would a winner hide away? He's dodged the media frenzy, choosing a quiet life away from all the drama. Edwin Castro's story is a wild ride from a regular life to unbelievable riches. What surprises lie in wait for those who suddenly find themselves in a world of wealth? If you won, would you retire early or chase new dreams? How would you spend your fortune? On adventures, charity, or investments? What would your first move be? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories from the world of gambling. Thanks for watching.
Right into 2025, and we already have a jackpot winner. $1.22 billion won through a Mega Millions ticket in California. This makes this person not just the first billionaire of this year, but also the 7th biggest Mega Millions winner in history. But this is not the only lucky person in the world. Over the years, plenty of people have hit the jackpot when they least expected it. So where are they now? How did they even react to such unbelievable news? Let's start with the first billionaire of 2025. Number 10, the first billionaire of 2025, $1.22 billion. A Mega Millions ticket worth $1.22 billion was sold in Northern California after 3 months of continuous draws. This made it one of the largest jackpots in history. But the interesting part is that the winner has not come forward yet. The ticket was sold at a Circle K store in Cottonwood, which is a small town that just became a lot more famous. This was the only winning ticket in the entire country, meaning that someone out there is now a billionaire. The winning numbers are 3, 7, 37, 49, 55, and Mega Ball 6. If those numbers look familiar, well, you might want to double check your ticket. Whoever won now has a big decision to make. They can either take a lump sum payout of around $549.7 million before taxes, or choose the full $1.22 billion spread out over 30 years. Most jackpot winners go for the lump sum, but until this person steps forward, no one knows what they'll decide. It was not just the jackpot that made the people richer. 2 other tickets in California matched 5 numbers and won $787,543 each. One of these was sold in Roseville and another in San Bernardino. Across the country, there were millions of other winners, with over 5.6 million tickets winning some kind of prize in this drawing. But right now, the biggest question is about the mystery billionaire. Will they go public? Will they stay anonymous? And most importantly, when will they come forward to claim their life-changing prize? We don't know for sure because winners have at least a year to claim their prize before their ticket expires. This is the reason this next winner was able to claim his $1 billion 6 months after winning. Number 9. The lucky New Jersey resident, $1.13 billion. This lottery draw happened last March. It was a New Jersey resident who won the $1.13 billion Mega Millions jackpot. But unlike most winners who claim their prize quickly, this person waited 6 months before coming forward. It was only in the last week of December that the state lottery officials finally confirmed that the jackpot had been claimed. The winning ticket was sold at a ShopRite liquor store in Neptune Township. It was the only ticket nationwide that matched all 6 numbers, making it the 5th largest Mega Millions prize in history. When the winner finally stepped up, they chose the lump sum payout of $537.5 million before taxes. Now, the interesting thing is that in New Jersey, lottery winners were not always allowed to stay anonymous. Before 2020, anyone who won big had to go public. That meant press conferences, media attention, and often a lot of unwanted requests for money. But after a state law changed, jackpot winners can now keep their identity private, and this winner did exactly that. There's another reason some winners take months to claim their prize. With a 1-year deadline, many use that time to hire financial advisors, set up trusts, and make plans before their name is linked to such a massive fortune. It is a life-changing amount of money, and careful planning is important here. So while we know someone in New Jersey is now hundreds of millions of dollars richer, we will never know who they are. They have claimed their prize and disappeared from the public eye exactly as they wanted. Well, this lucky winner was given the choice to stay anonymous. This next person had to reveal his identity and share his prize. Number 8. Laos-born Mr. Saifan, $1.33 billion. We are talking about a 46-year-old immigrant from Laos who has been battling cancer for the past 8 years, and last year he won $1.3 billion in the April 7th Powerball draw. This was the 4th largest jackpot in Powerball history. But the problem was Saifan bought the winning ticket in Portland, Oregon, which means he could not stay anonymous. Oregon laws bind you to reveal your identity to the public if you win a lottery. Saifan was not a lone winner though. He had bought the ticket along with his wife and a friend. They teamed up and purchased over 20 tickets for that draw, hoping for a lucky break. And they got it. The numbers that changed their lives were 22, 27, 44, 52, 69, and the Powerball 9. Instead of taking the full amount in installments over 30 years, Saifan chose the lump sum payout, which came out to $422 million after taxes. He split the winnings equally with his wife and their friend, meaning each of them walked away with a massive fortune. For Saifan, this win meant so much more than just a pile of cash. Winning this massive amount meant he could now secure his family's future and get the best medical care possible. He spoke about praying for help, and now he plans to buy a dream home and keep playing Powerball, hoping for another stroke of luck. Next, we have 2 winners who won a similar amount, but they never revealed their identity. Number 7. Anonymous from Illinois, $1.34 billion. Back in July 2022, a single ticket sold at a Speedway gas station in Des Plaines, Illinois, matched all 6 numbers. This made it the 3rd largest lottery prize in U.S. history. But instead of stepping into the spotlight and publicly announcing their win, the winners stayed quiet for weeks. When they finally came forward, they chose to keep their identities private, which Illinois law allows for prizes over $250,000. These 2 were not just lucky, they were clever. So they came prepared. Before they even won, they had agreed to split the prize if one of their tickets hit the jackpot. And when it did, they claimed it together. They also made another smart decision to take the lump sum payout instead of the full amount spread over 30 years. That meant they walked away with $780.5 million before taxes, which is still an unbelievable fortune. Illinois winners have 1 year to claim their prize, but taking time is common. Big jackpot winners usually spend months working with financial advisors, estate planners, and lawyers before claiming their money. Winning $1 billion sounds amazing, but managing that kind of wealth is an entirely different challenge. The interesting thing about this particular jackpot is that it had been growing for months, rolling over 29 times before finally being won. Millions of people had been buying tickets, hoping to be the lucky one. And in the end, 2 people did exactly that. Thanks to Illinois' anonymity laws, they get to enjoy their winnings without public attention, making them 2 of the most fortunate and private billionaires in lottery history. After Illinois, let's move to Maine to look at our next billionaire. Number 6. A Maine resident, $1.35 billion. Maine is not exactly known for billionaires, but in January 2023, that changed overnight. Someone in this quiet state just became $1.35 billion richer thanks to a Mega Millions ticket bought at a small-town gas station. The winning ticket was sold at Hometown Gas and Grill in Lebanon, Maine. It was a regular day, a routine stop, and just like that, one ticket, one set of numbers, suddenly gave the town the third largest jackpot in Mega Millions history. But the interesting thing is no one knows who they are. Instead of revealing their identity, this person claimed their prize through an LLC called Lacoma Island Investments. They opted for the lump sum payout, which means instead of waiting 30 years for the full amount, they took $723.5 million up front before taxes. Sure, it's less, but that's still a ridiculous amount of money, so this option is justified. Meanwhile, the gas station's owner, Fred Cotreau, got a nice surprise too. He received a $50,000 bonus for selling the winning ticket. Instead of keeping it all, he split half with his employees. As for the winner, there was no known flashy spending, no big headlines, just complete silence. They have vanished, living their best and very rich life in secret. And that might be the best way to win the lottery. Maybe this winner took notes from another player who won 1,000 miles away 4 years earlier. Number 5. A Simpsonville resident, $1.54 billion. In October 2018, someone in Simpsonville, South Carolina woke up to a $1.54 billion surprise. It was the biggest single-ticket Mega Millions win ever at the time. But instead of rushing to claim their prize, they did something unexpected. They did nothing. For months, the jackpot sat unclaimed, and people kept speculating about the winner. Many thought the winner had lost their ticket. Many thought maybe the winner had not even realized that they had won. Some believed the winner was just taking time to plan for the future. Turns out, it was the last one. The winner was very smart about it. After 6 months, just before the deadline, the mystery winner finally came forward, but on their own terms. Thanks to South Carolina's anonymity laws, they didn't have to reveal their identity. There was no press conference, no cameras, no interviews, just a quiet legal process, and suddenly they were hundreds of millions richer. They chose the lump sum payout, walking away with $878 million before taxes. Sure, it's less than the full amount over 30 years, but it's still more money than most people could ever dream of. Meanwhile, South Carolina collected $61 million in state taxes, and the lucky gas station owner, CJ Patel, received a $50,000 bonus for selling the ticket. Where is the winner now? No one knows. We don't know, but wherever they are, they might be sipping cocktails on a private island, living their best life in total secrecy. Maybe the winner does not like sharing his money, or maybe they hate being in the spotlight, just like this next winner from Florida. Number 4. Anonymous owner of Saltines Holdings LLC, $1.58 billion. We're talking about the $1.58 billion winner from Neptune Beach, Florida. Instead of making their win public, they claimed their prize through Saltines Holdings LLC and managed to keep their identity hidden. How exactly? Let's see. The winning ticket was a quick pick, bought at a Publix supermarket on Atlantic Boulevard. That one lucky slip of paper turned into $794.2 million in cash after choosing the lump sum payout. Of course, that's before taxes because the government never misses its cut. Now, Florida law does not allow full anonymity for winners, but there is a loophole. By claiming the prize through an LLC, this person avoided having their name plastered all over the news. It was a smart move, no doubt. With this kind of money, staying out of the public eye was probably the best decision they could have made. Meanwhile, the Publix that sold the golden ticket got a $100,000 bonus commission, and Florida's education system saw a $73.4 million boost from the lottery funds. So not bad for a single ticket purchase. Whoever owns Saltines Holdings LLC is now one of the richest people in the world and enjoying their life far from the public eye, maybe keeping all the winnings to themselves. But this is not the case with the next winners on our list, because the next jackpot was claimed by not one, but 3 winners. Number 3. 3 lucky winners, $1.59 billion. Back in January 2016, the biggest Powerball jackpot ever was won, which was $1.59 billion. But instead of one winner, there were 3. Each ticket holder had to split the prize. But do you think it was a problem? Obviously not. They each received $528 million before taxes, which is still a huge amount. First, we had John and Lisa Robinson from Munford, Tennessee. They didn't wait. Before even claiming their money, they went straight to the Today Show to tell the world. They took the lump sum and said they planned to stay in their same house and keep life normal. Well, we highly doubt that because it is pretty much unlikely to win that much money and stay the same. Next was Maureen Smith from Melbourne Beach, Florida. She played the same lottery numbers for years, and this time they finally hit. She also took the lump sum, but unlike the Robinsons, she disappeared from the public eye. She appeared in no interviews and no TV shows. She just took the money and disappeared from the public eye. Then there were Marvin and May Acosta from Chino Hills, California. They did something different. Instead of rushing to claim their prize, they waited months. They tried to get as much financial and legal advice as they could before stepping forward. And when they did, they announced they would donate a big portion to charity. In short, we saw 3 winners and 3 different reactions. One went public, one stayed quiet, and one planned carefully. But they all woke up one day and found themselves instantly rich, just like this next lucky winner and his 13 friends. Number 2. Theodorus Strike and his friends, $1.765 billion. This happened back in October 2023. A Powerball jackpot worth $1.765 billion changed lives forever. The lucky ticket was bought at Midway Market and Liquor in Fraser Park, California, which is a tiny mountain town where big wins don't usually happen. But this time, it did. The winner was Theodorus Theo Struck, a 65-year-old retiree, but he was not alone. He was part of a group of 14 people who agreed to split the massive prize. It was a smart move, really. Winning alone can bring a lot of unwanted attention, and these winners knew what they were doing. They took the lump sum payout, which meant they walked away with $774.1 million before taxes. California does not tax lottery winnings, but the IRS sure does, bringing the final amount closer to $588 million, which is still an insane amount of money. But this is where things get interesting. Instead of flaunting his fortune, Theo kept things low-key. It was just that his neighbors noticed new no trespassing signs on his property, which is not surprising when you suddenly become a billionaire. And then, instead of buying a fleet of luxury cars, he was spotted driving a GMC Sierra AT4X, which is a nice truck, but nothing over the top. Meanwhile, the Midway Market and Liquor that sold the ticket got a $1 million bonus, and the win contributed $119.5 million to the California public schools. It was a win for more than just the lucky 14. While Theo and his friends chose to stay private, this next lottery winner took a completely different path. Number 1. Edwin Castro, $2.04 billion. In November 2022, a single Powerball ticket sold in Altadena, California, won an astonishing $2.04 billion. It is still the largest lottery jackpot in history. The winner was Edwin Castro, who stepped forward publicly and wasted no time making the most of his new fortune. Instead of keeping a low profile, Edwin quickly claimed the lump sum payout of $997.6 million before taxes and immediately started investing in high-end real estate. Within months, he purchased a $25.5 million mansion in the Hollywood Hills, complete with an infinity pool, game room, and panoramic view of Los Angeles. He also bought a $4 million home in Altadena, reportedly for his parents. After that, he added a $3.8 million beachfront property in Malibu to his collection. Just months after claiming his jackpot, a man named Jose Rivera came forward with a shocking claim. He said that it was he who was the real winner of the jackpot and not Castro. According to Rivera, his winning ticket was stolen by his former landlord, Irachi Reggie Romero, and somehow ended up in Castro's hands. Rivera insisted he bought the ticket at Joe's Service Center in Altadena, which coincidentally is the exact spot where the real winning ticket was sold. Of course, the California Lottery did not believe him. Officials stood by their vetting process, saying that they thoroughly verified Castro as the rightful winner before handing over the check. But Rivera was not backing down. He filed a lawsuit demanding the winnings. For months, the case dragged on, raising many rumors and speculation. Finally, in October 2024, a Los Angeles County judge dismissed the case, saying Rivera had no actual evidence. After all, the ticket was in Castro's name, and Rivera never had it in his possession. But this was not the only trouble Castro faced. In January 2025, a massive wildfire swept through Los Angeles' Palisades area, destroying thousands of homes. This includes Edwin's Malibu property. One moment, it was a $3.8 million beachside retreat. The next, it was gone. Despite the court case and the unexpected loss of his Malibu home, Edwin Castro is still one of the richest lottery winners in history. Whether he keeps a low profile moving forward or continues making headlines, one thing is for sure: his life will never be the same. These were some of the luckiest and smartest lottery winners of all time who made the most of their fortunes. But not all winners have the same happy ending. Some walked away with millions and still ended up broke within 5 years of their massive win. How does that happen? How could they even spend all their fortune so quickly?
On Saturday night, September 6th, 2025, the Powerball machine spit out 6 numbers that would change someone's life forever. 11, 23, 44, 61, 62, and the red Powerball, 17. And after more than 3 months without a jackpot winner, one single ticket matched all 6 numbers. Just one. That lucky ticket was sold somewhere in California. We still don't know who bought it, and maybe we never will. But what we do know is that it's now worth $1.765 billion. That makes it the second largest jackpot in Powerball history, and the largest prize won in 2025, by far. The winner now faces a life-altering choice. Take the money as annual payments over 29 years, or go for a lump sum of $410.3 million up front, before taxes. Either way, they've just stepped into a world that only a handful of people will ever experience. Now let's talk about the part that blows everyone's mind. The odds of winning the Powerball jackpot? 1 in 292.2 million. That means you're more likely to be struck by lightning twice, or become president of the United States, and then struck by lightning. And yet, someone did win. Someone walked into a store, probably on a random day, spent a couple bucks on a ticket, and unlocked nearly $2 billion. But here's what most people miss. This wasn't just one person's lucky day. That same drawing created 15 brand new millionaires. People who matched all 5 white balls, just one number away from the jackpot. Those winners came from all over: California, Florida, New York, Texas, Illinois, Ohio, even West Virginia. And 2 players, one in Kansas and one in Texas, added the power play option, which doubled their prize to $2 million each. So no, they didn't hit the jackpot, but they still walked away millionaires. And that's not bad for a $2 ticket. So what happens now? Most people think the moment you win the lottery, the money just lands in your account and life becomes one big vacation. But the truth is, winning is just the beginning. The first thing this California winner has to do before claiming a single dollar is protect the ticket. That means taking a photo of it, locking it away, and telling absolutely no one. Next step, call a lawyer, then a financial advisor, then maybe even a security consultant, depending on how public their identity becomes. Depending on the state's rules, they have anywhere from 90 days to a full year to claim the prize. And during that time, the smartest thing they can do is nothing. No flashy purchases, no sudden moves. Just build a plan. Now comes the big decision. Do they take the lump sum of $410.3 million and face a massive tax bill up front? Or do they stretch it out over 29 years with $895 million paid in annual installments? One gives you freedom right now, the other gives you structure and a built-in safety net. Whichever path they choose, one thing is clear. Life as they knew it is officially over. Here's something nobody tells you. Winning the lottery can be just as dangerous as losing everything. The money doesn't just change your bank account, it changes how people see you. Friends start acting different. Family members suddenly have emergencies. Strangers show up with stories, lawsuits, fake investment ideas, and it doesn't stop. One winner even said the money was the easy part. It was the people that became the problem. That's why staying anonymous, while if your state allows it, might be the best decision you ever make. But even if you never win the lottery, there's still something to take away from this. We all dream about that one lucky moment, but few are prepared for what comes after. So if it ever happens to you, here's what the experts say you should do. Sign and photograph your ticket immediately. Lock it in a safe. Not your glove box, not your sock drawer, a real safe. Tell no one, not even your closest friend. Call a lawyer and a financial advisor before you claim anything. Avoid going public unless you're legally required to. And most importantly, learn to say no, because that one word could save your entire future. So yeah, one person in California just walked into a store, bought a $2 ticket, and came out the other side with $1.8 billion. And while the rest of us didn't win, This story is a reminder that somehow someone always does. But the truth is, the hardest part isn't winning, it's knowing what to do next. So let me ask you, what would you do if you won? Would you disappear? Help your family? Blow it all? Let me know in the comments, and if you want real step-by-step advice on what to do after winning the lottery, from lawyers, financial experts, and past winners, watch this next video. Because luck might get you rich, but what you do after, that's what keeps you there.